Okay, so we're back with some news of the day kind of things, and there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out. So this is kind of a primer for other stuff that's going to happen later today. It's unpredictable. Ben Hutton's about to become a unrestricted free agent, so I had some questions about restricted free agency. This is kind of how it works. As a restricted free agent, I'm going to make it as simple as possible. You are entitled to being offered a certain amount as a qualifying offer. So it might be 70%, 80%, 90%, or 100%, depending on how much you make, how old you are, and all that wonderful stuff. Ben Hutton was entitled to around $3 million dollars in a qualifying offer from the Vancouver Canucks. 2.5, $3 million. And the Canucks have decided that for what Hutton brings, they are going to look elsewhere. So they do not qualify Ben Hutton. He becomes an unrestricted free agent. And honestly, I know he takes a lot of flack from Canuck fans, and I get it. He and Derek Pouliot were favorites for Canuck fans to attack after games or during games. But honestly, that blue line just needs to be completely changed. So Vancouver's been rumored to be connected to every defenseman who is available. Nemeth has been rumored to be, a target for the Canucks, and Nemeth didn't have a great season in Colorado by any stretch, but Hutton's was miserable. So Hutton needs a change of scenery. He can score you 20, 25 points. He's not awful, but he had a bad year. Burakovsky has been qualified. So Andre Burakovsky in Washington, because it's a $3 million price tag to qualify him, and he had 12 goals, there was some talk. I don't know if any of it was related to the Capitals at all, or if this is just fan talk or media speculation, but there was some talk that Burakovsky might go unrestricted as well. So while Hutton can sign wherever he wants July 1st, Burakovsky, the rights still belong to Washington. Still with Washington, Brooks Orpik retires after a 15-year career. He, of course, was part of their Stanley Cup roster last year. Brooks has had a solid career for a guy that, it was never spectacular at any one thing, but he was pretty darn solid in some areas. And so excellent career for him, and wish him all the best, that kind of thing. Steven Kampfer gets a 2-year extension from Boston worth $800,000 a year. As a number 7, number 8 option, he's fine. Boston just retaining their depth. I would be nervous if he was going to play every night or if he was going to be a top guy, but that's not going to happen. If he's in Boston's top 4, it means something abysmal's happened to their blue line depth. So Kampfer sticking around makes sense, and Puljujarvi was qualified. So again, it's that same thing. The Oilers, technically, if they didn't give him a qualifying offer, he'd be an unrestricted free agent. He could go wherever he wanted. This way, they hold the rights, and he's not going to get offer sheeted. I've seen some crazy speculation, like, well, a team should offer sheet him to like $2 million a year, or $3 or $4 million a year, and it's like, no, that's how a general manager runs things. If he wants to get fired, he's not going to get an offer sheet. So this just means that the Oilers are able to trade him. I don't think he ever plays for the Oilers again, so now they'll be trying to trade him, or he ends up playing in Europe this year, which may not be the worst thing to happen to him if it does, to be honest. Wednesday, October 2nd is opening night. They've already revealed the schedule. It used to be August. They'd reveal the schedule. Now they're far, far sooner. And opening night's going to be interesting. So the Washington Capitals play in St. Louis. So the 2018 Stanley Cup champions play in St. Louis to watch the 2019 Stanley Cup champions raise the banner to the rafters. And that's going to be an interesting sight. That should be a fun game. Ottawa's in Toronto, so that should be interesting because remember, Ottawa tends to beat Toronto for unknown reasons right now. Vancouver's in Edmonton, so that'll be the start of the Pettersson-McDavid fight for another year. And we'll see if Pettersson can elevate his game and actually get into that conversation with Connor McDavid, who, to me, and again, I say this just purely as somebody who watches a lot of hockey, I still think Connor McDavid is the best player in hockey. San Jose's in Vegas, so that should be an interesting way to open the season as well. And that's our opening night, Wednesday, October 2nd, and the season runs through April 4th. It's an interesting schedule we'll go through in more depth. And of course, for people who haven't heard and may not know, the Hockey Hall of Fame vote's going to be done today. We will know who's in the Hockey Hall of Fame very, very soon. This is a year where the first time candidates don't wow you. So some guys that were complaining about never getting in, like Roenick, Fleury, McGillney's on the list for me. These guys may finally get their chance. So we'll see what happens. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below regarding any of these topics or of the Hall of Fame, who you think should get in. Should Alfredsson get in? Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just tap it upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.